Welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I am back again for uh, another episode of our adventures through modded Skyrim, and I have a bit of an announcement to make. Uh, so, March 19th is going to officially be 6 months since I started streaming. And I did start streaming before I made my VTuber model. But in honor of that, I decided, you know what, we lost the VODs to Doom anyway, so why not go back and play it again? And this time, I might even bring Pug on to kind of help keep things interesting. And well, I am looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope to see you all there. But let's get right back to the game for now. So last time we made our way through False God Passage to the various islands, and came back with a few neat little things. So I thought, well, there were those two rooms left in the ruptured towers that we never explored, those being the Hero's Passage and Midna's Tomb, and the other thing we hadn't... what was that? The other thing we hadn't really experienced was we hadn't properly gone through... sorry, my mouse is getting tangled up. We hadn't properly gone through Mad God's Passage because of that weird missing diary, which was supposed to lead us through there. And of course, there's still a whole heaping helping of Skyrim left to do as well. But for now, I want to go back to the Ruptured Towers. And I think I know how. Aha. Ruin Secret Grotto crafting area. More we to show other. Oh. See. Okay, I thought that would be the fast way in, but I guess not. Well, actually, I do know where to go from here. Big crafting area. Midden. Terminin Forge. Palestone Camp. Dawnstar Spider House. Solstheim Spider House. Okay. That's neat. Just wanted to explore that menu. North, south, east, west, Solstheim. Sorry. But I know where to go. Ruin Kinolangden Zell. There we go. take it off of that for now. Actually, wait. Before we do that, I think I recall there being something... Yes. Here, Volskig. That was the place, I think. Something important here. Actually, I got a whole journal full of important places I should be looking at. I keep forgetting to do that.
Who's that? I knew I heard something.
Atronox? Oh, ancient glass golem? What? That's new. Oh, I see, because there's a dolmen right here.
I don't know how you stand it.
Just thought I'd take a look at this. Agranzel. Petrianov. I think I've already been there. Yep, there it is on there. Volskig. There's something I'm looking for because I remember about the hero's passage. It's
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
a lot of wide gaps. So I think
That'll teach you.
there's gotta be, if they have the golden gauntlets, then there's gotta be,
Who's there? Done.
then there's gotta be the Pegasus boots somewhere. I didn't even know that was there. Alright, Volskeg, let's see what you're hiding. It almost looks like it was a throne room or an audience chamber. Ah! I was like, what's the blood doing here? I thought something was supposed to come down and smack whoever was standing there, but I guess not. Hmm.
Is someone there?
A bad time to get lost, friend.
No, you picked the wrong hole to hide in. Good, I'm finding more of these pages. Ah, I see.
Is someone there?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Stood no chance. Little, almost. Gotcha. Hmm.
Can't get it open.
Let's get what open, friend?
You've been at it for 5 minutes. Here, let me try.
This is getting ridiculous. If we can't get this open soon, the boss will have our heads.
I think I almost got it. Come on.
Someone there?
This one, huh?
Got him. Just wanted to see if maybe they broke it on their own. Nope. Not quite. There we go. Aha! Take that. Take that. Hello. What have we here? Not bad. Not bad. Not much. Not bad. Let's see about down here.
This place has had you shaking in your armor ever since we arrived.
I'm fine. Let's move on.
Poor fools don't know what they're in for. A lot of health potions. Feels good and also concerning.
Someone there?
Made quick work out of him. Why such a big place? Feels like there's some element here we have yet to be introduced to. Dissolve the bodies so they can't be raised. Ah. Thought you were clever, did you? So, maybe be a bit more careful. Oh boy. Well, now, this is quite a puzzle, I must say. The 4 totems of Volskig. All 4 are bound to the same land as we. Some lay low, consumed in shadow. Others stand tall, stretching their necks to sea. While none live in this sacred barrow, they all demand your attention if you are to proceed. The first fears all, the second fears none. The third eats what it can, preferably number 1. The fourth fears the second, but only when alone. All must be activated in order if you wish to go home. First fears all, second fears none. Third eats number 1. Fox, bear, wolf, snake. Fourth fears the second, but only when alone. So I think it's snake, bear, fox, and then wolf. Hey, I got it right. Because the wolf would be afraid of the bear, but if it had more by its side, they could take it on. The bear fears nothing because it feels like it's the biggest predator. I don't know whether or not it rates as an apex, but I know it would definitely feel like the dominant predator of an environment. Volskig passages. Sword randomly glowed blue for some reason. Something doesn't feel right here. Like that. That doesn't make sense now, does it? Made quick work of him. Ah, still got me. Definitely don't want to end up down there. Rana, be more careful. I think I see a doorway down. There is. Made short work of him. Oh, hi.
Where'd you come from? I knew I heard something.
Serana, you need to be more careful. Just because you're undead doesn't mean you can't die. There are ways of undoing that. That one's actually dead. Ah, so this is where you came from. Okay. And if I go down here... Serana, what did we just talk about? There we go.
Where'd you come from?
Starting to get harder to put down again. Not good. Favors decreasing too quickly. That should help. Hopefully that hit more than just him.
Where'd you come from?
Fortunately, it did not.
I'll teach you.
Indeed, that should teach them. How'd you raise that one? Hello.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from?
That'll do. you. How many of the pages do I have now? Still not enough for a book. That way. And then there's this place. Hello. Hylian iron boots. Okay, so I found the iron boots and not the Pegasus boots. Darn it. Don't need to be heavier, I need to be lighter. Yep, I knew she was gonna do that. Nice try.
I knew I heard something.
Well, they went down easy. More spiders.
Who's there?
Right, I forgot. I unequipped my shout. Perhaps those bandits should be thankful they didn't get this far in. Is that water? Or jets of flame? Water. Oh, a Sculptula. I'll admit I wasn't expecting you. Seriously, you raised one? Must be getting close now, right? Nice try. I saw that.
Where'd you come from?
A fine attempt, but a failed one. Where'd the other one go? Just
Who's there?
dissolve?
Who's there?
From reality? It's just gone. Completely. Hmm. Yeah, but we're definitely getting close now, aren't we?
Who's there?
Who are you? Mythic Lich. Can't say I've ever seen that one before. At least not in Skyrim. Is that all? No, I thought not. Volskig Peak. Ooh, that sounds promising.
Who's there?
Nice. But, oh, of course. Volsung. Indeed. I should think that would. Ooh. Prices are 20% better. Carry capacity increased by 20 points. And breathe underwater. Ooh. I didn't even pay attention to which word I learned. Ooh. Whirlwind Sprint. Thank you. Well, I need to mark Volskig off the list. Didn't quite pan out as I had hoped. But we got a couple of cool things. Now I just need to figure out where the Pegasus boots are. Or not the Pegasus boots, what were they called? I keep saying Pegasus boots, but that I know that's not it. Um, Hover boots, that's what they're called. Ah, Volenrud. That's where I need to go. Volenrud. I just need to find Volenrud. Cairn, Sundermoon's camp. Volenrud. Yes, this is the place. May as well grab those. Alright, Volenrud, let's see what you have in store for us. I was skeptical, but it's obvious now. The old hymns had truth to them. The relief wasn't far from the entrance, just as they said. I've no doubt that it hides the entrance to Fenal's tomb. The two keys must be hidden somewhere nearby. Ceremonial replicas of Oaken and Iduj, favored weapons when Kvenal went into battle. I don't dare explore further without hiring bodyguards to accompany me, however. To think the tongue chieftain Kvenal could be entombed behind just a few feet of stone. The ancestor we scarcely believed was real. Twice damned for planning this foolish scouting trip. I should have hired those sellswords in the first place. Perhaps there's no need. This place is just a tomb, after all, and there are no obvious signs of habitation. It isn't as though the 1,000-year dead will mind if I have a look around. Yeah, famous last words. Volenrud. I knew this sounded familiar. Spoken of. Relief, I suppose. Elder's Cairndor. Well, I suppose the replicas would be down side chambers like this.
Who's there?
Nice try. You'll not cut me down that easily. And this one, he vanished too. Good grief, Serana, can you walk around without triggering every trap? Looked like down here. The path turned to... No? Okay. I thought the path turned to the... I thought the path turned to the left, but I guess I was wrong. I don't trust you. Just a simple ancient Nord helmet. Oh, this is absolutely a boss fight. Or mini boss. Still no signs of any other pages, though. Ceremonial sword. Wait, am I not tracking the quest? No. That first one was easy. That other one I doubt will be as easy. Or maybe I was wrong. Dealing with them before they even get up. I think they would have realized by now. Their tricks are not working.
Who's there? I knew I heard
Come on now. Come on. Rocker Guardian. That's new. God. Need to be more careful, Serana. I'll take that. So it wasn't here then. Lies somewhere else. Or was it? Oh, I see. It got knocked off. Time to open the Elder's Cairn. Hello there. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, Donut. Time to open the door. You know, it occurs to me I still haven't found that which I came here searching for. Those boots. Hover boots.
Where'd you come from?
I'm doing good, thanks for asking.
That'll teach you.
Trying to, I came here looking for hover boots. I've not found them yet. Fennel the Tongue. Water Champion. Well, that certainly is new. He's damaging me faster than I can damage him. What? Trying to run. Ah, so there was another one. Not mean to take the rags. Anyway, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find something that's supposed to be here. The hover boots. But thus far, I have not found them, and I think I might have passed them already. Vision of light heat. Brief invisibility. Dwarven mail boots. Corrosion. Ah, and there they are. Now I just need to find a place where I can enhance them. I was beginning to worry that I'd already passed them by. Minor maze. So it just circles back around. Okay. Doubt we'll encounter any more resistance on the way out. Let's get those boots enhanced. What do I need to do it? Well, it is of little matter. I'm sure I can supply the proper ingredients. Curious stones can be found throughout Skyrim. They are rumored to know information about a lost kingdom and its remnants. What would I... Asor, maybe? Or perhaps... Moonstone. Yes, perhaps the Moonstone. I'll put all these away. Because I'm certain I don't need the steel. Wait, how did I get to refine the malachite ore? There it is. Now, the only enchanter I know of that could probably... Well, does it need to be the enchanter? Well, I think it's at the enchanter, so I may as well. Head back to Solstein. And then head to the Pale Stone Camp. I have not prayed in a while. Perhaps I should do that before Hermaeus Mora loses his patience.
Who's there?
Thought you could just spawn right under me, hmm? The other one, where'd it go?
Let's see what
That's your best?
Still remember how to fight.
Is it not letting me? Ah. Not enough. Really? Oh. Where'd the other one go? Shadowed. Interesting. Alright. Let's see here. Deity. Master Sword. Outset Sword. True hover boots. For that I need the enhanced hover boots. Okay, well how do I make the enhanced hover boots? Just from here? Make Nehru's Blessing, apparently. Enhanced iron boots, 2 quicksilver, and some wisp wrappings. So then how do I make the hover boots? Enhanced. Is it here? Great Fairies Cap. No. Maybe it was here. Well, I can make the enhanced iron boots here. No. In order to make them the true hover boots, I need the enhanced hover boots. Okay, I get that. Where do I get the enhanced hover boots? See, that's still just the enhanced iron boots. Where? Oh, I don't need 10 pages of them. I just need 8 pages. That part's good to know. What am I missing here? Do I just take them to a standard workbench? Well, I can do that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Let's see. Perhaps this is not the one we need. Perhaps there is another. Perhaps it's time we paid the College of Winterhold a visit. Deep in the midden, that's where it hides. Hello, how are you? Cute Alice. 12. Glad to hear it. Always glad to hear it when people are doing well. Let's see here. Off to Winterhold. I'm doing alright. Having a couple of frustrations with the game, but other than that, I'm doing alright. Let's see. There's the gateway to the college. Alright, what do you have to say for yourself?
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Okay, why so hostile?
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
I'm here to learn.
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic.
Oh, I have some degree of
Small
skill.
test, if you will.
Very well.
No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Flame Atronach is a vital companion for anyone relying on conjuration. Summoning one here would certainly show your skill.
Alright, I can do
I
that.
look forward to it.
Believe I already have that one. Conjure Flame Atronach.
No matter what, the college will.
There you go.
Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Very well. Don't think you meant to do that. Did you mean to do that? I don't think you did. Perhaps I should have waited for that to despawn. She's supposed to be lighting the beacons as we go, but the Atronach blocked her. And obviously that's a utility spell that the player never gets.
It's so bright out here. I don't know.
Alright, let's see what kind of test you give me this time. Oh! I'm sorry for not recognizing you. You're cute Alice who followed my channel yesterday. Thanks for the follow. I'm sorry for not making that connection earlier. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it.
Cross the bridge. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. Oh. This is the College of Winterhold. A safe... Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? It would seem that not just any... A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know any... Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast it on me? That would prove your skill.
Oh, that I can
I
do.
look forward to it. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Wow, what a view. What a terrifying view. Ugh.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin.
What are you dancing about?
Everything's in order.
So it would seem. And this should be the midden down here. Oh, my neck.
Who's there?
Nope, that Banekin is immune. Time to get the Great Fairy Sword back out. I'll admit, I was not expecting Daedra down here. What is this place? Okay, a random forge down here. Was not expecting that. Leads up and out somewhere. That's not where we're going. What's this over here? A lot of crystalline shards. Stairway? Into the Hall of Countenance. So they actually have more ways down in here now, apparently. That's new. Another flesh Atronach. Mangled like the rest. This appears to have been a ritual site. This is not a nice place. Another Banekin. A lot of salt.
Where'd you?
Stitched Atronach. Arcane Escritoire. I can't say as I'm familiar with that one. Atronach Forgeman. That's what this is. Fiendroth beetles. Heck. Ritual must be performed after midnight in the light of the Revenant. Not sure what that's about, but okay. There it is. Old letter from Midden. I am writing to report that the sliver of knowledge we have of the enemy lair has drifted. Scouts bring us news that foot soldiers have hidden themselves in a barrow, hoping that their scents will be shrouded by the dead. Also, we doubt that the lost valley of the Ikana can be of any more use. I recommend that we focus our strength in a more vital region as the days grow colder. That's it. That's just where the note ends. Some sort of alteration magic. Is able to transform items in unusual ways. Strangely, I cannot seem to understand how to use the instrument unless I have an object in my possession that can be changed. Well, can it be done then? It still won't let me do it. Why won't it let me do it? Why is it not letting me do it? Give me 1 second, please. Have the hover boots in your possession. Walk up to the arcane enchanter. Really? Were they just hiding there all along and I was just completely blind? What? What? I'm so confused. Whatever. We'll just go ahead and make them enhanced. Then I think there is true hover boots. I don't see them on here. There they are. There we go. And then I'll go back to that forge that we saw earlier. Thought I saw a book just laying there. Hopefully here. Yeah. 67 versus 60. Actually better. And with that, I think I'm ready. Time to go back to Kinno Langdon Zell. Ruin Kinno Langdon. And before I go in, I should probably switch off that. That's what I meant to do. Down we go. Ugh. No, wait. We're supposed to go... Huh? I'm on top of the water. I wonder why that keeps locking every time I come back in here. It's the link between worlds. From here. The Shattered Lands. The Temple of Time. Go up to the Temple Roof. And head up into the Ruptured Towers. Time to take a look at those two spots we missed. Misery. No, this is not the spot I thought it was. That's where it is, over there. Doubt. Circle of Tones. This one is... No, that is Misery right there. Oh. Shoot. Did not mean to do that. But I do see a way back. Or do I? Yep, I might just need to reload. Not mean to fall off. It's not Misery. Loss. Crisis. Grief. Guilt. I think that's the one, Grief. No, it's not Grief. It's Guilt. No, not Guilt. Shoot. No, Crisis. That's the one. me go ahead and put on Rock's cape. The fuck was that? This one, Crisis. I think that's the right one. Yep. Mm-mm. Wait. Is that it? Walk where the clouds are? It is. That's all it is. Just walk where the clouds are. Salvos. He done? Yep, he is. Aha. Oh boy, oh boy. Ugh. I am very much not liking this. Walk where the wind guides. Hi. Are we... We're not gonna do this, huh? Nope, we are. Thought for a moment we wouldn't be doing it, but I guess we had to. Ugh, Gemos. Wait. If I follow the path down, where does that go? On here? See. At least I think I see. There's some tricky platforms. No, 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 no. Ooh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. No, no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Well, I don't know if that was worth it, but was there anything worth grabbing up here? Indeed there was. Potentially. We still don't know what's in here. Okay, not bad, not bad. Don't know if I would call it rewarding for that platforming that I did. Let's see, where's the wind? The wind is here. Moves around here. Then I know you're there. Quit being impatient. Can't see it. You done with your little hissy fit? What was that explosion about? That was weird. There'd be some way to lower this. Thought that's what that was, but I guess I was wrong. Here? No. Oh, I see. It's actually hollow down here. Right place, wrong elevation. Oops. Come on now. You'd think he would have seen that coming. With all the punches he managed to throw in between. Wait, what happened? What exactly did that do for me? This is neat and all, but this is giving me anxiety attacks. Okay. Let's do some more improvised platforming. And now what? Oh. Platform was there. Hi. How you doing? Come on now. Are you quite finished? There's all those thrall. Okay, then, so down here. Then here. Oh boy. Yes, yes, we knew you were there all along. Bye-bye. Didn't mean to do that, but I'll take it. So I guess I gotta go this way. Just a well. Yeah, hi. Are you gonna run? Or are you gonna go? In with those punches. Oh, I think there's a trick to this one. Don't think it's one single solid pathway. Okay. Hello to you too. Not expect that kiss. There's no button up here. Ah, I see. Yes, yes. Are you quite finished? Oh boy, this one's a lot more faded. Still have no idea what that thing's about over there. Or improvised platforming. Ow. Bye-bye. That time it was intentional. You are different. Hello. We have a little secret back here. No, no we don't. Would have been a good place for one though. You're different. Master Chemos. Okay, I'm not just gonna knock you off. I'm actually gonna beat. Hell, if you don't beat me first. Concerned about him falling off because something tells me there's something special about this one besides just the name. Oh, never mind. I thought maybe he would have a tome or something for me. You mind? Ow. Stop doing that. It's quite annoying. How much further? Come on. There. Hello. Okay, not much. Hang on a second. I just need to. Oh! Just needed to stand up for a moment. Oh. Much better. Oh, much better. Okay. Thank you for letting me do that. I needed to do that. Do I even need to? There we go. Now to get back up. This area is much longer than some of the other ones that were in the ruptured towers. Is that cloud right there? Ancient chest? Mon. Just Mon. Getting closer now. Inspiration. Well, this is new. Breath of Vati. Ah, paralyzed me. I must admit I was not expecting Vati to be there. Ow. Alright, you want to play the ranged game? We'll play the ranged game. Yeah. Serves you right. Key of Winds. Oh, up there. Oh, okay, I gotta do it in one go. Outset shield. Silent winds. We must take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Finished with my adventures across endless seas, I sought to return home to my sister and grandmother. I felt fulfilled, and that my actions would keep the world at peace. One moonless night in my journey home, I docked at Windfall Island. I walked the narrow streets, breathed the sea air, and remembered the hours I had spent on the island. I had helped many people across the great sea, and the time had come to rest. A cold wind blew through the town, and as I huddled against it, a brilliant flash of light seemed to break open the sky itself. Through the breach in the sky, I could see countless gaunt and pleading faces. One person approached the portal and spoke to me. "Hero, help us," he said in a tired, desperate voice. I walked through the rift and it closed behind me. I was in an underground hall, with thousands of people staring at me. Every person had a hopeful but unexpectant look on their face. "Are you the hero of time?" asked the mage who had spoken before. "I am the hero of winds," I replied, and the tension in the room gave way to silent disappointment. "We are sorry to have brought you here," the mage said. The room began to empty. "Wait, I can help," I said. "What do you need? Let me help." "We are beyond even the help of the gods," another mage said. "What?" "No, they can still help you. Why do you need the hero of time?" "Ganon is destroying our kingdom, and the Black Beast is ravaging the land. We have lost this war. Only a hero could save us now." "I am a hero, but you reject my help," I said, and looked at it again at the saddened faces. "How many heroes have you summoned?" "Too many. Hundreds, perhaps." "Hundreds? You've been dedicated to finding a hero. How much magic have you used? How long have you been trying? Why have you not been using this magic to end the war? No hero has succeeded, and you will fail as well. We cannot leave this place. It is not safe. we would surely die. You will not fight? You will not speak against the evil that has plagued your land? This war is beyond us. There is no more hope. We must stay silent and hidden if we wish to live. No, you do not know. I turned to address the entire room. Hear me! I know what Ganon is capable of. I have defeated him before. If we do not act now, he will gather more power and will be truly beyond defeat. Let me lead you. I can help you win this war. But my words fell like silent raindrops fell, and echoed in the silent, empty hall. I ran to find where the people had gone, and as I ran, I came to realize that I was in a massive underground city. I found thousands of people gathered in another enormous room. They were bowed in prayer to a statue of a soldier carrying a battle axe. I heard a voice echo through the room, and the voice said, "You are safe here. No harm will come to you. Remember the words of the prophets, and the inevitable return of the hero of time. There is strength in silence." I knew then that the people were lost. The land was not. I would have to save this world myself, in spite of the people I was to rescue. I turned to leave the room and faced a knight dressed in green. His face was covered by a helmet. Upon seeing me, he held a finger to his helmet to signal me to be silent. Then he beckoned me to follow. He led me out of the underground city, to a waiting horse with a white mane. The horse's saddle bore the wing crest of the royal family. Sorry. Doom filled my mind, and I was in Hyrule before it fell. The knight stroked the horse and seemed to speak to it, but I could not hear his voice. He turned to me and held out his hand. In it were a pair of red, flame-like earrings. I took them and stared at the knight. "I know I cannot stop Hyrule from falling. Excuse me, wrong voice. I know I cannot stop Hyrule from falling," I said, "but I cannot do this alone." But the knight turned away. "Please," I implored. The knight looked to the ground and took a deep breath, but said nothing. "Sir Knight," I said, breaking the silence, "are you a hero?" The knight raised his head and looked into the distance. He turned to look at me and hesitated, then shook his head. He backed away and held up his hands, a swirl of green magic appearing in them. He crossed his left hand behind his right, with the backs facing me. I noticed something odd on his right hand, but before I could recognize it, he was engulfed by a whirlwind of green magic and vanished. I felt a gust of air rush to where he once stood. I looked to the sky and saw that it was black as pitch, with no stars shining through. I saw smoke rising from a mountain crowded by a swirling cloud. In the sky above, I saw the smoke clear for just a moment, and a faint star shined through from the forgotten sky. I picked that as my destination. Along the way, I would try to break the silence that plagued this doomed kingdom. I knew I could not stop its demise, but I could ease its suffering. "Baror, guide me," I whispered, climbed onto the horse left to me by the Green Knight, and began my final quest. The Green Knight, with earrings of flame. First Link, perhaps. No, excuse me. Technically, that's the first reincarnation. Go that way. What about this one? So the only way out is back, then? Doesn't seem right. Wait a minute. No, that wouldn't be right either. Would that be right? Is there no book up here? No exit? No, perhaps that lies with. No, no secret. Where does this drop me then? I was going to say, surely it can't drop me there. Ooh. Why did that not let me get back there? Sorry. Why is it not letting me get back there? What is the issue? What is your damage? Why won't you let me get back up there? Doesn't want to let me. I don't understand it. Is there no correct path? What if I were to use the whirlwind sprint?
What?
It just blocks me. What on earth is going on? Maybe there's a song? I sing Song of Storms. Time. Just occurrence, tune of echoes. This round of this lullaby. Wind God's aria. Aria's song. Order, Doctrine of Shadow, New Wave Bossa Nova. Minuet of the Forest. Inverted Song of Time. Get it. Why is it keeping me from returning? Why would it keep me from returning? There's like a lip right there. Why was that so hard? Why was that so hard? That shouldn't have been that hard. Just don't even bother with the gap there. Just put some stairs. Good grief. Ugh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Asylum. That one island looked just like it. I did all those... activated all those things on that island. Anything happen here? Doesn't seem like it. Let's head back to the Circle of Tomes. Fear, rage, anguish, asylum, loss. I don't think we ever did rage. I think the door was locked. Yeah, it was locked. Oh, it needed the Key of Winds. So we're still not done here then. Scroll of Summon Gibdo. Amaranth. It's another real life poem. Oh boy. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into this time? Turn on candlelight so I can at least see the ground in front of me. I see. I don't think you're supposed to be sliding across the ground like that. The other one just ran off. Hello. Of course. Gotta be careful. Oh. Just the one. Old Tektite. Okay, then. You will take that. Thank you. Carlos. Do I have to fight them? Ow. Seem of the mind that I do. I don't see anyone stopping me. East Barrack. Oh, hi. Didn't even hear you come in. Come on now. Gotcha. Of course. Block is getting better. No wind up, nothing. Is this? It's not gonna move, huh? That just does nothing. Gee, thanks. It ought to teach you. What was that? Just a sphere. I thought it said something else. hear more of them over there. Just doesn't know what to do. Exactly is this place? Oops. Get him, bug. Killed him, and then you turn to fight me. Not your smartest move. Hello, tiny chest. Last March of the Kokiri. Be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for humanity. Okay, that one I'm definitely not familiar with. Before venturing to Death Mountain, I sought to visit each surviving tribe of Hyrule, bear witness to their needs, and assure them that I would avenge their home. As I ventured toward Kokiri Forest, I saw the light of a few campfires on the edge of the Lost Woods. Through my telescope, I saw minions of the Dark Army, felling trees and using the wood of Kokiri Forest to construct siege machines and weapons. I decided to set camp and wait until they dispersed. I thought I heard deep-toned groaning, creaking sounds from within the Lost Woods. The army did not disperse. After a few nights, a large camp was set up of bokoblins, moblins, and the Zolfos crafting weapons. I was unnerved by the sheer number of monsters and decided to slip away to report their position to the first Hylian army I could find. I stopped when I saw trees farthest from the Dark Army shake. I hid myself and soon witnessed a giant creature of wood and leaves emerge from the forest. It greatly resembled a tree, but with hands and arms and legs of wood. It was followed by smaller, person-sized creatures of the same appearance. Several Stalfos covered in moss emerged from the forest as well, each carrying a wooden shield engraved with a glowing red spiral. The throng of unusual creatures slowly approached the camp of minions, walking over the charred and ashen earth, the felled trees and the rotten stumps. My heart sank, as I feared the monsters sought to join the Dark Army. But soon the trees themselves began to move, not swaying, but walking, their roots like tentacles. I aimed my telescope at the creature leading the march, and in its branches I saw a girl with green hair, calmly perched. Her skin seemed to glow white in the moonlight, and yet she was almost impossible to see. The head creature approached a tent and stoically crushed it under its gnarled foot. It reached down and plucked a fleeing moblin, tossing it away. The smaller wooden creatures entered the camp and glowed as they enveloped bokoblins with blizzards of leaves. The moss-covered Stalfos clawed at the Zolfos. The trees themselves impaled soldiers of the Dark Army with roots and branches. The creatures of the Lost Woods never slowed. They were a green inferno, a tide of thorns and roots. Their enemies attempted to fight back, but only managed to chip a piece or two from a tree before being crushed or maimed. Throughout the ordeal, the girl in green never flinched, never smiled, never frowned. Her blue eyes were cold, even as her mount became stained with blood. I was overwhelmed with fear and crept away from the scene. As I turned from my camp, I was met by a Stalfos. I backed away, but the Stalfos did not approach, but stared deep into my eyes with its empty sockets. The Stalfos turned and gestured to a tunnel in the underbrush. It moved its jaw as if to speak, but only unearthly hissing emerged. It then slowly rolled its head and walked past me, toward the skirmish. Sorry, I had trouble interpreting that mentally. I hurried into the tunnel. I looked behind me to the Stalfos, but the entrance to the tunnel closed. I could still hear the helpless screams of moblins and the creaking groans of the trees. I ran through the tunnel as quickly as my feet would take me, with no care as to where it would lead. Third one. I see. Ah, that's what that was about. So there's another lever in the west barracks that I'm supposed to pull. Of course. Come on now. One down. And the other soon to follow. So that's what you've got, huh? There we go. That was weird. So hopefully that opened up the gate. It did. Malice. 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 I feel like I've already been here. Whoops. Gibdo Knight. Come on. Budo Saber. that's hardly fair. Cash. Sorry, I heard something screeching outside. Triforce. Come on. Another Eldritch page. There you are. Gotcha. Oh, for crying out loud. You know what? I know how I'm gonna deal with you. I can only summon one, I guess. I see, so they react to each other. It only lets me do one at a time. I'll just do the Black Wolfos. Then oops. That'll have to do. Interesting. Oh, we're back in here. Okay, so that's this room. Found that. Throne room. Oh, hi. Stone Talus. Key of Earth. Shield of Antiquity. Shield passed down to the descendants of the Hero of Winds. It's like in the great stories, ones that really mattered, full of darkness and danger they were. Sometimes you didn't want to know, because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing, this shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come, and when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you, that meant something, even if you were too small to understand why. But I think I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, but only they didn't. They kept going, because they were holding on to something. I stood at the base of Death Mountain, in the ruins of Kakariko Village. The volcano's cloud ring was no more, replaced with a black cloud of smoke and light and fire. I knew that within that cloud was the World Eater. I knew that there would be no return journey. I scaled the volcano, wearing an old, tattered Goron tunic, a Goron cap, and one of their circlets as well as the fire shield earrings. I carried the mirror shield of my great sea and the phantom sword. I carried my bow and a quiver of ice arrows. I carried the Wind Waker, the phantom hourglass, bombs, and a hammer. I was prepared. I passed through the deserted Goron city and saw it choked and scorched by cooled lava. The city echoed with the sound of silence. It was maddening compared to the roar of the mountain. I reached the peak of Death Mountain after hours of climbing treacherous terrain. I knew the World Eater expected me, but I waited and rested before braving the depths of his dark maelstrom, drawing the phantom sword and the mirror shield. Hero of Winds, we meet at last. Ah, but you are much younger than I would have expected. This will be quick. I know my counterparts have faced you, Dragon. I know they have failed. What then makes you think you will succeed? Your world will die and fade away. Everything must come to dust, all things. Yes, its time has come. Then why do you resist, Hero of Winds? Why do you wish to fight me? Hyrule deserves a better end than the one you will give it. We will not go gently into that good night. Hyrule must fall, but I will make you feel pain as it crumbles. I, and all the heroes before me, will make bitter your taste of this world. When all is snow and dust, you will remember that Hyrule clawed back as you made it bleed. The dragon laughed, and the cloud above rolled with thunder. So be it. You are different, Hero of Winds. Very few of your Zema had such vision. I come from a time after Hyrule fell. The Golden Goddesses intervened and washed Hyrule away to prevent a calamity at the hands of Ganon. You expect the Goddesses to save you now? The World Eater interrupted. You are a fool. I glared and looked deep into one of his great eyes. You are the fool, Dragon. He growled and smoke puffed from his nostrils. No more false gods. I am here now. This world is mine, Hero of Winds. I will see it burn. I will devour every living thing, and nothing will remain. Then do it, I shouted, tears streaming down my face. Finish it, let it end, and take me first. The World Eater suddenly leapt from his perch and breathed fire upon me. I repelled it with the mirror shield. I swung the phantom sword and shining beams cut through the smoke. Exploded on his black skin. I pummeled him with beams as I drew the Wind Waker and cast the Wind God's aria. The smoke around me was pushed away in all directions by a gust of wind. The dragon took flight, knocking me to the ground. He vanished in the smoke, returned, landed on me, pinning me to the ground with one of his great claws. The Wind Waker was thrown from my grasp, as was the phantom sword. With his other claw, the World Eater crushed and shattered the hilt of the phantom sword, leaving only the blade intact. "You will be the first," he hissed, and began to draw an icy breath. I looked to the sky and saw a break in the smoke. I saw stars and the night sky, and the flow of time seemed to slow. Every night is a moon to guard it. Every star is a spot of light in the darkness. And after every night, the sun returns. Instead of cold, I felt warmth. I saw light. "Need," I heard the World Eater say. "Need. He fen need den da line no val dov. Alia. I mus los ni dien. Zo ven siv need. Nost ven gos vik. Stron ba ko." I saw him fly away from me as dark clouds began to circle overhead and lightning flashed from the clouds. The last sight I remember is a wave of shining light pushing the smoke away. I remember feeling a calming warmth and hearing a calming silence. I was at peace. Then I heard her voice. "You have done well, hero of winds. Hyrule can rest. You helped Hylia greatly. She is with Nehru now. The world can heal and be reborn. Alduin lives. But fear not. A new hero will emerge. Ours is not to worry, for the land is now in other hands. My sisters and I remain watchful. Fragments and shards of our kingdom still remain. Echoes ring through the earth, the water, and the air. Together, we may begin our search for the hero of time. I miss him deeply. Have courage. You are with me." So it was not the end, was it? What then? Time that we visit the tomb? I think it is. How to arrive at the tomb? Guilt. No, this is not the path. Perhaps the answer lies in the entrance of grief. Ah, yes, here. With the hero's key. Age. Now to go gentle. Another of the poems. Enmity. Dark interloper. Not as much. Dark glass armor. I don't think I've ever found that before. Misery. Lower level. Can't open that one. None of those. More of them. Secret. Of course I can't. Ah. Bemos. Lightning is blinding. right. Enough out of you. How many of you interlopers are there? Lounge dark tunic. I was just like, wait, is this solid? Nope. Well then, where does enmity take me? Ah, I don't have the key. Enough out of you. This takes me to misery. But where about? Oh, the dusky tome is... Oh, I had completely forgotten about that. Well, at last place doesn't take us very far. Perhaps let's see what's in this lower level. Ugh. Toxic fumes. That's just there to get you out quickly. That was close. Oh, that was close. How many times do I got to teach you this lesson? This way. Get it. This way. Get it. This way. Not a dead end, but, well, it was a dead end. Gotcha. It's brighter. This is not good. This feels like it's supposed to be something. Come on. Another Eldritch page. Dark tunic. Okay. So maybe aha. More of that mist. Gold Skulltula. Of course. It's never that simple, is it? Small key, Mendes Tomb 2. Okay, so do I just go back all that way? Ah. Nope. Sounds like it opened something. Still doesn't tell me what I'm meant to do over there. Unless you're telling me that those other doors are open now? No, they aren't. Then what do you expect from me? I've opened the only two I can. There's nothing to be found here. What is it you are asking of me? One of the others open up now? So I still don't know what I'm meant to do. You've done nothing to tell me. And there's only one path I haven't been down yet, and that's because it locks itself up the moment you get close. Maybe if I leave and come back in, it sets? I don't know what it wants me to do. Because that door's still blocked. Can't go that way. Figured that's it. Is there something I need to do in misery? Ow! It just opens up the ruptured towers. Yeah, that was the way out. So then... What's in here? Where's this take me? This takes me out up here. Okay, what's the part you're not telling me, game? No, that's not it. Tail, what are you doing? I don't get it. What do you want from me? I can't open that back up. I can only open up certain cages. What on earth do you want from me? Because the only thing I can think to do now is just no clip my way in there, because how on earth am I meant to get that back down? Is there a button down here that I'm just missing? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be down here. Because it kills me quickly. Yeah, I don't see a button. I don't see a switch. Don't see a button. Don't see a switch. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. What do you want from me, game? What I need to do is lower that bridge somehow, because even if I can find a way across, that's what's blocking me. Ugh. You know what? We've combed this place top to bottom. I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered. I don't know what your deal is, but I cannot be bothered. Oh, two of you. Oh, they're dealing some big damage to me. You know what? Pulling this back out. How many of you are there? Still can't search the piles. Come on, you. Must be a switch or a lever here somewhere. Still down it goes. I see. Not giving you the chance. So that was tomb key number 1. Okay, then. Still don't know how I was meant to get across this without using that. Because I couldn't see anything down there. Alrighty then. Yes. Ah, I see. So what do these do then? Oh, it's just more of the same. Midna's Lament. We cross our bridges when we come to them and burn them behind us, with nothing to show for our progress except a memory of the smell of smoke, and a presumption that once our eyes water. I suspect the history of this war will be one of stark contrasts. The hero never came, and there was nothing to be done. Zelda failed, Ganon succeeded in obtaining the Triforce, and the world helplessly fell into shadows. Legends will forget and exaggerate the details. They will paint Zelda with broad strokes, as an infallible saint, and Ganon as a ruthless villain who finally succeeded because of Link's absence. My lament is that the true story will be forgotten in favor of embellishments and drama. Light winning out over the darkness against all odds. A kingdom forsaken by the gods, and one woman single-handedly saving her kingdom from a careless, cold infinity. The true story is illuminated by moon. This was not the day Hyrule fell to the shadows. It was the end, yes, but Hyrule, Lorule, Termina, and the Twilight died fighting. We fought for years. Zelda was Queen of Hyrule throughout the entire war. Her handmaiden and bodyguard Impa served as steward when Zelda traveled to preserve her kingdom. Hilda and I stayed true to our royal duties as well. The war lasted so long that when the Lost Woods opened and Terminan refugees emerged, the land of Termina was annexed to Hyrule, This was a war that waged over 4 realms that should not have been linked. Ganon never succeeded in taking power from Zelda, Hilda, nor me. Ganon was hindered and helped by the blackened chaos scorching the skies. The wheel of our fates intersected with another. Hyrule and its connected realms are crumbling around us as I write. Zelda, Hilda, and I are ensuring that the legacy of our kingdoms live on. Hidden throughout Hyrule are its relics, to be discovered and scattered throughout time. In Link's absence, Zelda has taken the role of hero, awakening the sages in disguise and seeking the Triforce. We have fought Ganon's forces at every turn and defeated them. Ganon's monsters are easily dispatched, but our armies are outnumbered. Our kingdoms have survived similar odds before. This strife is simple. We could easily win. Zelda and I reached Ganon, and nearly defeated him in battle for the Triforce. But the Black Beast, devouring our world, disrupted our efforts, and Ganon escaped with the Triforce of Courage. Ganon had the Triforce of Power and the Triforce of Courage. When he sieged Lorule, he obtained the Triforce of Willpower. Zelda held the Triforce of Wisdom. Hilda held the Lolian Triforce of Knowledge. What we fought over was the Lolian Triforce of Emotion. One piece. But even with that one piece, Ganon would need to be defeated. Or deceived. Link's absence does not matter. This is not something that can be avoided, only softened. The gods themselves contend in vain. This war will be the end of Lorule, Hyrule, Termina, and the Twilight Realm. Not because of Ganon, but because of the interference of the Black Beast. This is the end. We are not destined to defeat him, and these relics will remain as fossils of the never-were. War is a cowardly escape from the problems of peace. It falls to me to tell the last of the events of the last Great War of Hyrule. How it began, how it evolved, and how it ended. I knew of the events through conjured visions. The war began quietly. Once in a while, a shipment of goods would not reach its destination in Hyrule. Food and supplies at first, then weapons, armor, alchemical ingredients. Then people began to go missing. Sorry. Zelda became concerned quickly. She saw the signs and could feel the changes in the wind. She knew that evil was coming to Hyrule, and I expect she knew Ganon was behind it. The first battle was small, a skirmish of moblins, bokoblins, and bulbins. Very few Hylians considered it anything less than a bandit raid. A few soldiers were injured and fell ill. Very ill. 3 days after the attack, they died and were buried. Every week another moblin skirmish would occur, slightly larger than the one before. Soldiers were injured, fell ill, and died. Zelda pleaded with her father, the king, to strengthen Hyrule's defenses to protect the other tribes. He listened, but underreacted. A few soldiers to Zora's Domain, a few to Death Mountain, a few patrolling Hyrule Field, a few stationed near Kokiri Forest. Zelda asked her handmaiden Impa to visit the Zoras, Gorons, and Kokiri, to evaluate their well-being, and to warn them. Impa, forever faithful, obliged. The Gorons were content, and blissfully unaware of the brewing conflict. The Kokiri as well. But the Zoras, perhaps the most sensitive to Hyrule's lifeblood, had reports. The river water was colder and muddier. Zoras were feeling ill. Rutella, queen of the Zoras, had taken to her quarters the day before, feeling constantly exhausted. The Zora king, Princess Ruto, and Prince Rallis were all concerned for the queen. Impa asked to visit the queen, but the king refused. At first. Impa told the king of Zelda's fear, and she was granted entry, accompanied by Ruto. Queen Rutella spoke of nightmares and visions, darkness, frigid cold, a black dragon, Ganon's return, and a bloody war with the undead, all without the presence of a hero chosen by the goddesses. The next day, Queen Rutella died. The quiet war continued for months, slowly depleting Hyrule's armies. Word spread of distress in Gerudo Valley. A terrible sandstorm had blocked the way to the Spirit Temple, trapping pilgrims inside. Soldiers who had braved the storm found the door sealed. Reports came from Kakariko Village that the Shadow Temple was breached and gravestones toppled. Setting them upright revealed disturbed ground. The night after brought the first battle with darkness. Stahl children, Stalfos, and Redeads attacked Kakariko Village as they made their way to Hyrule Castle. Soldiers who were wounded fell ill and died within 3 days. These dark battles added to the Moblin skirmishes. Moblins during the day, Redeads at night. Soon, the Redeads were joined by Stahl troops, Stalls, and Parutamu. The last great war of Hyrule was slow, steady, and constant. The more creatures and people who died, the more enemies the next wave would bring. Eventually, the battles consisted solely of the undead. This was the war. Constant battles with the undead, and fear the next Stahl troop would be wearing your suit of armor. After months, Ganon finally appeared. It was a battle during the darkest of nights. The sky shifted from black to dark red. The salty, viscid rain fell from the sky. A flash of lightning revealed Ganon on a hillside, watching the battle from horseback. No one knew how he had escaped his prison, but he had clearly honed his mastery of the darkest magic arts. With Ganon's arrival, Hyrule began to shout what was only once a whisper. Where is the hero? I lent my services to Hyrule. Hilda of Lorule lent hers. Hyrule and its sister realms stood strong against Ganon's army. Hylian, Lolian, Goron, Zora, Gerudo, and Twilight. Together, we stood strong. We stood strong until the World Eater came. Show me a hero, and I'll write you a tragedy. After the eruption of Death Mountain, and the arrival of the World Eater, the tide of war shifted. I knew from conjured visions that Ganon was seeking pieces of the Triforce, but he expected our scrying, and blocked our efforts. What began as frustration at Link's absence became desperation. The most adept mages of Hyrule, Lorule, and the Twilight Realm worked to seek out Link and summon him to our aid. Ganon razed Lorule and sought to destroy my realm as well. His armies attacked my kingdom, but I sealed the Mirror of Twilight, trapping some of his minions within my damaged realm, including corrupted souls of the dragons Faron, Eldin, and Lanayru. The Twilight Realm became a prison for evil. I despised this choice, but told myself it was necessary. Better for the dragons to be trapped here then laying waste to Hyrule. As Ganon grew more powerful, as the World Eater consumed more of Hyrule, as the skies darkened and the air grew bitter cold, mages grew more desperate and frantic. In their desperation, the mages repeated spells with growing magnitude, their efforts to open a rift in space and time, connecting all of Hyrule's history. Through this ever-changing rift, countless versions of Link, the hero chosen by the goddesses, entered Hyrule. Each incarnation represented a facet of Hyrule's history, and carried equipment from those eras past or yet to be. Every incarnation was plucked at their prime, after they had accomplished the goals of their own quests. Over the course of several weeks, every incarnation tried to defeat the World Eater, some alone, some in teams, others in armies. Every incarnation failed. As the final hero fell, a blinding light and a searing heat filled the air. The Triforce had been shattered, and Hyrule was cleansed. Integrity without knowledge is weak and useless, and knowledge without integrity is dangerous and dreadful. My realm was left unconnected. Portions of Hyrule were preserved by the Triforce, frozen from the progress of time. These shattered lands were my only link to what was once Zelda's kingdom. I wandered the remains of my realm, consoled what was left of my people, and avoided the ruptured towers that were growing near my palace's ruins. I watched the towers as they multiplied and linked with the Temple of Time. I saw misery appear with its arrival. I saw misery appear, and with its arrival, the sky changed. From thin air, a mass of writhing tentacles and skies emerged. A mass of writhing tentacles and eyes emerged. The eyes all stared at me. I am Hermaeus Mora, said a slow, slurring voice. I am the guardian of the unseen, and knower of the unknown. I have been watching you, mortal. Is this your doing? I asked, motioning to the ruptured towers. This is my realm, my kingdom. You have no place here. The ruptured towers are not of my making, Hermaeus Mora explained. The fourth tower is mine, a gateway to Apocrypha. The rest are fragments of Hyrule, sunken into the sands of your world, tended to by the hero's shade. Hero's shade? I exclaimed. What hero? Oh, you do not know, Mora stated. Of course you do not know. The hero of time you called him once. His grief is potent. His guilt is strong. Link was trapped here? He was in my realm all along? Mora laughed. No, mortal. He was in the land of Termina. Do you not understand? Your hero was dead. He fell. He tried to reach Hyrule. Oh, he tried. He opened a link, of course. it backfired. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered if he reached Hyrule. The World Eater was unstoppable. Yes, Alduin would not have been stopped by your hero. It is another's destiny to defeat him. He is the cleanser of worlds. Hyrule was but an egg for the next world to hatch from. I started to speak again, but stopped myself. I paused and thought. Why have you appeared to me? I asked. This realm is an interesting one. It contains many fragments of Hyrule. Its history, its relics, its creatures. It is unique. It is my home, I said, guessing what Mora was about to suggest. I will annex your realm to Apocrypha and preserve it. This knowledge is valuable. This is my home, I repeated. I will not give it to you. I was not requesting your permission, mortal. No, you cannot do this, I shouted, watching Hermaeus Mora fade from my sight. I saw his minions emerge from the fourth tower and begin surveying his prize. I ran to the Temple of Time and opened a portal to the Mirror of Twilight. I destroyed the key and told my secrets to the Gossip Stones and the Phantom Hourglass. I tried to escape, but the Seekers found me. I was going to let you live, I heard Hermaeus Mora say. You would have been an interesting specimen. But I cannot have you share my secrets. Your corpse will have to suffice. As the Seekers approached, I looked at the skies. It was a sickly green and seemed to writhe. The golden light of my home was gone. I felt the Seeker's cold touch. I was ready for the end. Then I heard her voice. You are free. Enmity. Another door. Uh-oh. Lizetta. I was not expecting you here. In a more ethereal form, I might add. Lizetta's key. Oh boy. Well, that hardly seems fair. Do that. And then I will summon... Who should I summon? Iron Knuckle, a Phantom. Dark Knight. That'll do. Quickly now. You move so slowly. Now to use a bow to finish it off from afar. And the strongest arrows I've got. 26. $29. Virus.
Good enough.
Moon's Tear. The lurker already dead. Master Stahl? Ah, because they already did Stahl Lord. Master Stahl ahead. Why does it have so many gems attached to it? Queen of Twilight and Midna's Saber. Sometimes it is harder to deprive oneself of a pain than of a pleasure. Blinding light surrounded me. I felt no pain. I heard a distant waterfall. Smelled fragrant flowers. I closed my eyes, but the light persisted. Do not fear. Your eyes will adjust. You have lived your life in your twilight, and will become used to mine. Where am I? I asked, my voice shaking. You are safe. I have rescued you from Hermaeus Mora and the ruins of your realm. You are in Moonshadow. This is another Twilight realm. My eyes began to adjust to the light, and I saw that I stood in a field of wildflowers, with a gentle breeze wafting their fragrance to me. Forests of majestic trees stood in the distance. The colors were blurred, and I saw dark shapes in the sky that I assumed were birds. The light seemed to come from everywhere. No sun to be seen. I have to go back. My people are not safe, I said. I am sorry. There is no going back. My power is strong, but it took great effort to rescue you from Hermaeus Mora. He has since thickened the walls between our worlds. I was fortunate that your realm's skin was so thin following the war. If you have pity, mourn the loss, but let the weeping cease. I collapsed in the field, exhausted from my years of strife and the loss of my kingdom. Strangely, I felt comforted and finally safe. What do I do now? I wondered aloud. I will send a messenger to you. She will bring you to me, and we may discuss our partnership. A bird turned in the sky to fly to me. As it approached, it became larger and larger, darker and darker, and more menacing. I jumped to my feet and backed away as it landed. It had the form of a woman, but with black skin, bright blue eyes, and bat-like wings in place of forearms and hands. Black horns sprouted from its hands, with purple hair, and black spines covered its skin. Its skin bore small patches of bright blue, and a long tail swayed back and forth behind it. Do not fear, the voice of my rescuer said, with the harpy staring at me. Excuse me, it's not her that's speaking, it's her speaking. Do not fear. This is one of my messengers, a winged twilight. She will not harm you. Oh, I think this is Azura. She will guide you to my palace. I followed the winged twilight through the fields of wildflowers to a silver city on a cliff. A river ending in a waterfall lay between us, and over it an elaborate bridge coated in flowers. In the distance I saw a windmill, and even further, a lighthouse on a high hill. The light was golden with sunset. Buskers, jugglers, innkeepers welcoming call. Sound of mist, smell of moss-grown woods. I felt comfortable, but confused. This place is paradise, I said to my guide. How is this a realm of twilight? You are looking at a small piece of it, You are looking at a small piece of it, my guide responded in a raspy voice. Moon Shadow is a realm of shades and half-thoughts. Is there crime? Death? Strife? Is there pain? Is the entire realm full of beauty and fragrance? No, my guide said, and we spoke no more. We arrived at the palace, a silver tower wreathed in roses. My guide approached the doors and they swung out. I reached out and plucked a rose. I inspected it, wondering if it was real. It seemed real, physical at least. Welcome, said the voice of my rescuer from in front of me, rather than from all directions. I looked up from the rose. Before me stood a tall woman wearing a wreath of flowers and a thin hooded robe. This is the Palace of Twilight, she said, smiling softly. There was silence for a while longer, which I broke with peals of laughter. Is this a joke? I exclaimed. Is this some sort of divine prank? I lived in the Palace of Twilight. I ruled my kingdom from the Palace of Twilight. Are you trying to make me feel comfortable? To make me forget that my home was... To make me forget and think my home was never stolen from me? Who are you? Why do you send a harpy to me and tell me to not be afraid? Have you looked at your winged twilights? How can I know I can trust you? And how can I know you're not like Hermaeus Mora? Come to think of it, what are you? Are you a goddess? Is Hermaeus Mora a god? Where are Din, Faror, and Nehru? Where were you during the war? The woman's smile faded, but she did not frown. I understand your pain, Midna. I am not trying to fool you or make you forget. You do not have to trust me. But know that if all Daedra could have intervened and rescued you from death at the hands of Hermaeus Mora, you are fortunate that I did. I am Azura of the Crimson Gate. My sphere is dawn and dusk, the magic in between realms of twilight. If you wish to call me a goddess, you may. I know of Din, Faror, and Nehru. They are not Daedra like Hermaeus Mora and myself. They are of a different wheel of fate. Hermaeus Mora's sphere is the scrying of the tides of fate, and the treasures of knowledge and memory. Were it not for me, you would be part of his collection. Where were you during the war? I growled. I was here, Azura said. Hyrule was part of a different wheel. It belonged to Din, Baror, Nehru, and Hylia. Only at the end could the Daedra begin to lay claim to pieces of it and its people. What do you want of me? I asked, still scowling and suspicious. We are both queens of Twilight, Midna. I fondly watched your Twilight realm as I would watch a sibling. You will be safe in Moonshadow. That is all I want, for you to be safe. The war is over, and you can find peace here. What of my people? Am I doomed to be the last of the Twilight? I asked. I can help you find them. Other Daedra have taken an interest in the relics of Hyrule, and I may be able to compromise with them. It will not be easy. I cannot say that I trust you, Azura, but if you can help me find my people and keep them safe, I'm willing to join you. I am glad, Azura said, her smile returning. I hope you do not mind, but since I am the Queen of Twilight here in Moonshadow, you will have to be called something else. I laughed. I may have a suggestion. By all means. What is it? Twilight Princess. That just brought me back here. What of those other tomes down this hallway? Where do these lead? Okay, so that's that one. That just leads back here. There you are. So wait. How was I meant to open this one? There's no button that I saw. No lever. Nothing. Nothing at all to indicate that that would open. So then, what was the point? This place needs work. Back to misery and to the circle. I think we have found the last of what this place shall offer us. Good grief, it's getting late. I probably should end this soon. So the Circle of Tomes. You've heard the tale of the fall of Hyrule. And of the final hero, who in its last hour managed to distract the World Eater. What became of the others? What became of Ganon? We do not know, but we know where to find out. But that should remain for another time. Indeed, the hour is late. So, I will soon conclude this stream. But first, let us cross out from this link between worlds, back over the bridge, and into the realm of Nirn. There is still much to be done. The Triforce is shattered, their pieces scattered. We hold most in hand, but a few pieces remain. No segment lies yet repaired or capable of being repaired. Instead, they remain as fragments. Truly, we shall have to search far and wide for what pieces we have missed. But that adventure is for next time. For this story has run long, and I grow weary.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
May sleep find you all quickly, accompanied with dreams both pleasant and vibrant. And may you awaken renewed, with a surplus of energy, ready for what awaits you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever time you are about to experience. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining.